Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Hanny.
Welcome to part B of this month's Grammar Station lesson. The title of today's lesson is Study Much? As the title suggests, studying is the topic of today's conversation.
Right. Studying is important. You need to study in order to do well in school. If you want to do well on a test, you're going to have to hit the books. Hit the books. Yeah. Well, meaning you're going to have to study.
With books.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you don't study much, your grades won't be very good. Further, okay, there's more. Teachers like hard-working students. And if your teacher is happy with you, you'll probably be happy too. And this goes for your parents as well. So study, everyone.
I agree. Okay, today Linda and Evan are our characters. They will be talking about school. Their teacher has just given them their tests back. One person is going to get a good grade, I think. And the other person's grade, though, won't be so good.
I agree. Okay, everyone, it's time to begin reading from this month's Grammar Station lesson, Part B. We'll start doing so after a short break. Right now, though, it's time to look through our lesson's vocabulary.
在今天的对话中 Linda 和 Evan 正在讨论考试的事。那么他们刚刚拿到老师发回来的测验， Evan 只考了65分，他明明就有念书，有事先去练习困难的部分，可是分数却不高。先来看3个单字 Test 在课文里面是当名词，是指考试测验。例如 How did you do on your math test?How did you do on your math test? 你的数学测验考得如何啊？下一个单字 point 在课文里面是当名词，它是计算分数的单位，可以用来表达分数几分。那么后面再用介系词 on 去接考试的科目，像是 Ian got 100 points on his biology test.Ian got 100 points on his biology test. Ian 的生物考试考了100分。第3个单字 practice 它是指练习，可以当动词或当名词。那么在课文里面它是动词用法。例如 Jack practices shooting baskets every day. Jack practices shooting baskets every day. Jack 每天练篮球。接着呢 Evan 他提到说他昨晚读书读了几个小时。 Linda 说那才不算多呢，他可是念了好几天耶，毕竟这项考试占了成绩的 25%。 那么单字 grade 就是指成绩，它是名词。例如 You need to study hard if you want to get good grades. You need to study hard if you want to get good grades. 如果你想要得到好成绩，就得用功念书。好，那么现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Linda and Evan are talking about their tests.
The teacher just gave our tests back. How many points did you get?
Not many. I only got 65. I don't get it. What went wrong?
That's really low. Didn't you study?
Yes, I did. I even made sure to practice the hard parts.
Explanation 1.
Welcome back. The name of Part B of this month's Grammar Station lesson is Study Much? Linda and Evan, our main characters in this lesson, are students. And when the action in our lesson begins, their teacher is handing back their tests.
Right. So it's only natural that Linda and Evan are talking about their tests.
Okay. Linda begins our lesson by asking Evan about his grade on the test. The teacher just gave our tests back, she says, before asking her question. How many points did you get? That is, What score did you get on the test, Evan?
Well, Evan, we learned, did not do too well. His score is pretty bad. He says, not many. I didn't get many points. I only got 65. Then he says something that I don't quite understand.
Me neither. He says, I don't get it. What went wrong? Yeah, how could this happen?
65.
How could I get a 65? Wait a minute. I think I do get it. He doesn't understand why his score is so low? Because he studied? Maybe this is true. Oh, I don't know. Let's ask teacher Daphne for some clarity.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 What went wrong？ 意思是哪里出错了，是一句疑问句，用代名词 what 什么开头当主词。Go 是连缀动词，意思是变成，三态是 go、went、gone， 后方接形容词 wrong， 错误的当主词补语。由于讲这句话的时候，出错这件事已经发生，因此动词要用过去式。例如 The car stalled. What went wrong? 汽车抛锚了，哪里出错了？ And we're back. Thank you, Teacher Daphne. Okay, Evan got a 65 on the test. That is not a good grade.
I've never gotten a 65 in my life. So, what went wrong? How could he have received or gotten such a low grade? What's the deal?
Well, he didn't study enough, Jeff. It's just that simple.
Maybe.
Anyway, Linda can't believe what Evan has just said. A 65? She says that's really low. Then she asks Evan the all-important question. Didn't you study? Well, the answer, Evan did not study. More on this a bit later. For now, let's hear again from Teacher Daphne. 第二则文法是 Didn't you 加原形动词，意思是你之前没有做某事吗？是一句过去否定疑问句。用过去式助动词 did 开头，并且与否定副词 not 不缩写成 didn't， 用于确认对方是否做过某件事。如果真的有这回事，回答要说 yes； 如果没有这回事，回答时要说 no。例如，同事听见你的肚子咕噜咕噜叫，便询问你 Didn't you have lunch？ 你没吃午餐吗？如果你吃过午餐了，就回答 Yes, I did. 有啊，我有吃。如果还没吃，就回答 No, I didn't. 没耶，我没吃。
So, Evan got a 65 on the test. If you really study, getting a 65 is impossible.
I agree. Evan, though, thinks that he really did study. He says, Yes, Linda, I did study. So he did study for real. Huh. Now I'm confused.
Me too. And get this. He studied and he even made sure to practice the hard parts. So, what gives? How did he still get a 65? Interesting. Oh, speaking of interesting, it's time to hear from Teacher Daphne once again.
第三则文法是 make sure to 加原形动词，意思是确定、确保做某事。make sure 是动词片语，意思是确定、确认。其中 make 的三态是 make、made、made， 后方用不定词 to be 引出确定要做的事。例如 Dorinda made sure to water her plants before going to work. Dorinda 确定植物都浇水了，才出门上班。And we're back. but not for long. You see, with that, it is time for a break.
Yes, yes it is. But stay there, stay put. We'll be back soon.
Really? How much work did you do?
I did a lot. I studied for a few hours last night.
That's not very much. I studied for days because this test is 25% of our grade.
What? It's that much? My mom is not going to like this.
Explanation 2.
So, Evan got a 65 on his test. At first, I was sure that he hadn't really studied, and that this was why his score was so low. He didn't study hard, bad grade. Then, though, he told Linda that he had studied.
He had even said that he had made sure to practice the hard part. I don't get this. It sounds like he did study. This isn't making any sense. Well, we need to get to the bottom of this.
I agree. Okay, let's hear from Linda. She should be able to help us figure this out. After all, she's a smart person and a good student.
Next, Linda asks Evan some good questions. Really? She asks, how much work did you do? That is, it sounds like you studied, but how much studying did you actually do?
Evan answers her by saying, I did a lot of studying. Then, though, he says something quite interesting. He says, I even studied for a few hours last night.
Well, that is interesting. He only studied for a few hours in total? That's it? No wonder he did so poorly.
Linda is thinking the same thing. She says, that's not very much. That is, a few hours is not a lot of studying. Then she tells him that she studied for days.
Days.
Not hours the night before the test. For days. And that's what real studying looks like.
I agree. Now, why did Linda study for a few days? Because this test is really important. This test is 25% of our grade, says Linda.
Wow. 25%. That's bad for Evan. And Evan apparently had no idea that this test was so important. He says, what? It's that much? 25% of our grade? Oh no. My mom is not going to like this.
Uh-oh, it looks like Evan is going to be in big trouble.
I wonder what his mom is going to do to him.
Kill him.
Possible. It's possible. Anyway, with that, this month's grammar station lesson is now complete.
Yes, it is. We'll see you next time, though. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Part B. Study much? Linda and Evan are talking about their tests.
The teacher just gave our tests back. How many points did you get?
Not many. I only got 65. I don't get it. What went wrong?
That's really low. Didn't you study?
Yes, I did. I even made sure to practice the hard parts.
Really? How much work did you do?
I did a lot. I studied for a few hours last night.
That's not very much. I studied for days because this test is 25% of our grade.
What? It's that much? My mom is not going to like this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天要介绍的文法重点是受格关系代名词。受格关系代名词是用来代替先行词的受格。 它在原本的句子中是摆在动词或是介系词之后，但是在关系子句中必须摆在子句的最前方。那么基本的句型结构是先行词加介系词加受格关系代名词 whom, which 或是 that， 再加主词加动词。那么现在我们就来学习受格关系代名词的用法。首先，当先行词是人的时候，要以 whom 或者是 that 代替。在口语的用法中，也可以用 who。例如 ，The pretty girl is Jasmine。这个漂亮的女孩是 Jasmine。Jack saw the pretty girl yesterday。昨天 Jack 看见这个漂亮的女孩。在第二个例句中，先行词 the pretty girl 是当受词，我们要以受格关系代名词 whom 或者是 that 替代，然后再移到句首，形成关系子句。Whom Jack saw yesterday， 或者是 that Jack saw yesterday。接着把关系子句并入第一句的先行词后方，就变成 The pretty girl whom 或是 that Jack saw yesterday is Jasmine。昨天 Jack 看见的这个漂亮女孩是 Jasmine。好，当先行词是动物或是事物时，要以 which 或者是 that 代替。例如The books are written by my brother. 这些书是我哥哥写的。I gave you the books last week. 我上周给了你这些书。在第二个例句中，先行词 the books 是当受词，所以用 which 或是 that 代替，并移到句首，形成关系子句 which I gave you last week 或是 that I gave you last week。好，接着把关系子句并入第一句的先行词后方，就变成 The books which 或是 that I gave you last week are written by my brother。上周我给你的这些书是我哥哥写的。这边提醒同学们，受格关系代名词在关系子句中当受词时，其实可以省略不用。像刚刚的例句就可以省略 which 或是 that， 就变成 The books I gave you last week are written by my brother。另外，当关系子句中的动词是不及物动词，需要介系词才能连接受词，那这时候介系词就不能省略。举例来说，原本的句子是 The department store was having a winter sale。这家百货公司在举行冬季特卖。Mike went to the department store。Mike 去了一家百货公司。两句合并之后，句子变成 The department store which Mike went to was having a winter sale。Mike 去的百货公司在举行冬季特卖。句中的动词 went 需要介系词 to 才能连接受词，因此 to 不能省略。好了，以上是今天的讲解，我们下次见。See you next time. Bye. Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天是用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造4个例句。同学们，您都准备好没？1分钟计时开始。第二个单字呢，是指考试、测验，也有测试的意思。它这个字叫做 test。One of the students didn't pass the test。其中一个学生啊没有通过考试。那么第二个单字是分数。分数我们这边是用来表达说计算分数的单位，用来表达说几分几分这样，这个字叫做 point。所以你下次不要问人家说 What's your point？ 你的分数是多少？不是这样用的哦。OK，Jamie got 90 points on the quiz。Jamie 小考考了90分 ，90 points。OK， 第三个单词是练习，练习叫做 practice。那它可以当名词或当动词，我们这边是要用动词造句。Her sister practices the piano every day。她姐姐啊每天练习弹钢琴。第四个单词是成绩，成绩叫做 grade。Grade 跟那个几年级那个年级是同一个单词。OK，I think Tom should take his grades more seriously。我认为 Tom 应该更认真看待他的成绩。好，太好啦，我们刚刚好这1分钟直接复习完4个单词，好礼加在。那不管怎么样，我们还是要多多复习哦。我们下次继续努力吧，下次见，拜拜。See you next time.